this guy is changing globally. So your life is saved. You don't need to go like, I want to change here, go back to every. Imagine this, you are only talking about 4 keyframes. If you had a rotoscoping and then you have about like 50 frames, you will cry and you will flip the table and then you become a terrorist or whatever. Start killing people. So anyways, it's that frustrating. You might not even look at, I'll cut this terrorist part now. So you might not even look at After Effects after you get so frustrated. You kind of frustrated figure. So you don't want to have that. So globally, how you want to do that? Just move that to a certain point. Okay, Ken? Clear? So this one will take time. You try again and again and again. So anyways, I've done this. So whenever you have done this, whenever you have created a brand new keyframe, it will disrupt your motion. So what you have to do is once you create and then delete it. Done. As simple as that. Now just go boop, 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 boop. Okay. So once you do this, now what you do is you go to opacity, or if you want to add and so on and so forth. You play with your blending modes and so on. Okay. You want it to be slightly offset, maybe like that. Okay. You want to play with colors, up to you. See that? Zoop, zoop. Okay, the goal here is to get this swiping and swiping and swiping, 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 swiping. And if let's say I have a particular text, okay, say slide me, slide me, slide them, slide on. Let's say this is my text. Okay. Now I want this slide to swipe in to reveal. Okay. So now what I can do is, I'm happy with this dude. Okay. Example. Or I want to have another one more. Control D. And this time I'm going to go the other way around. Maybe a bit more faster like that. See what happens. Okay. See, with just one thing, I can make multiple motions. It's like motion trail kind of thingy, right? So it's like ghosting, onion skinning, right? If you have multiple stuff, it will just do its own magic by itself, depending how you play your cards, right or wrong. Okay. Experiment with it. So let's say I want to change this opacity. I will change this opacity a little bit lighter. So one will have a different color like that. Bloop, 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 bloop. But this guy, maybe I will change its scale. I will hit here, and then I will make it slightly thinner and see how it goes. Bloop, 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 bloop. See? You give variations, right? This is a simple design process. Okay. So once I get this, I'm happy with this slide. What I'm going to do is I want to turn this into a track map. Okay. How do I do that? I choose this, the entire slide. Alright. I can either right click and pre-compose, or control shift, it's command shift C. Control shift C for computer, I mean my normal desktop, and then for Mac you're using command shift C. Yeah. So here I'll just name it as slidey dude, transition, and say okay, move all attributes to the new composition. Say okay. Now this is one slide, right? See what happens. It still works, okay, but what they call, it is now into one particular video. It becomes like a video. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, bring this name or the logo, whatever it is you want to reveal, at the bottom. Something cool that you want to add, maybe you want to have like a solid is just color. Okay, maybe you want to have a different color, a contrasty color. Maybe somewhere here it's too bright. Okay, somewhere here I will say okay. See that? Now I have a simple color at the background. See that? Okay. So now if I want to reveal this, or if I just want to have this little light like this, passing through and so on and so forth, all I have to do is go to my text. If you want it on the text, right? Take this and then go for either alpha. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens. Or you go to, hey, hang on. Wrong. You know why wrong? Remember when I said you have this layer, anything immediate right on top, that is the one that is become track matte. Okay, so make sure that it's a little bit clear. Track matte is always an immediate layer right above it. Okay, it will read that as a stencil or a track. Okay, clear? Huh? Always remember that. If you kind of like if you can always swap it, right? You can play with the layers. It's not the end of the world, right? So don't get too stressed over it, and just test and see. Okay. Now all I have to do is I can alpha it. See that? So what do I get? I reveal this. Okay. See that? Okay. Now if I want to have it something cool, or you can even have you can invert this. See that? Super cool stuff, huh? Okay. Another thing that you can do is you can play with this now. Change what happens to Luma. Okay, that's one. Or you can even do like an alphabet here. Okay, alpha. This is what's happening, right? So what you can do is you can even add this Control D, and I'm going to drag it right down here. No alpha, no track. Okay, low, no track. Okay, this guy is solid, right? I changed this guy to any color. Somewhere there maybe. Something easy to see. Okay, let's see this one. See what happens. Okay. So if let's say I want to make it big, this too, I want to make it big. Make it big. Oh, very angry. Fine. I'll stop the class. Okay. Let's say I want to make it very big like that. Okay. You can do wonders with this, just a slide. One transition. Now you can see I'll show you another one more way of doing this. I will just use back this forever, and I can just do wonderful stuff. For instance, I'll take this slidey transition, I'll Control C, I'll do a brand new composition, I'll name it, if possible you name it properly, I'm lazy to name it. Okay, name it, say okay. Alright, I'm going to paste here. Hello. Nothing is showing. Okay, I've got this right. So let's say we add an effect. This. Okay, we make it to like an arrow kind of thingy. Right? Either you can use an AI thingy, or you do a shape from AI and then you bring it here, you make it as a mask and so on and so forth. You either can do that or you can just do this here. So what I'll do is I'll go here, I'll go to distort. See what I have, what I have. Blah 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 mirror. Okay, under the distort, I'll take mirror, I'll drag and drop here. Okay, see what happens. Okay, stop where he is supposed to stop. And let's see what can I get. Hallelujah. Okay, I'll get maybe a 90 degree. Okay, once I get this, I get that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. You know the common, if you see templates in Video Hive and all that for all this, what they call corporate videos, templates and so on and so forth, they will have this sliding in. Like this lah. Okay, now you can make money. Go and find a job and make money. Okay, so let's say you like this, okay, but the arrow is in the wrong direction. How can I do that? Now how can I adjust this? Very simple. Take here, go to position, okay, change or scale. Oops. Can I scale this? Yay! Done. Give this negative. Done. Hallelujah. Okay. You play with it and see. Right? So the mirror will give you like a mirror. So you can use mirror effect for images as well. It's not just for this. You can use for mirror. Like Regina, you were asking for the mirror thingy, right? This is the reflection. Okay? If you want to use this kind of reflection, this is one of it. Alright, so once you have this, I can do multiple stuff. I can do like that. I can do another one more transition, and this one I will change it to my scale to this 100. Like that. Okay. So I have got multiple cool stuff that I want to do. Okay, I can even use it as a transition, or I can use it as a retro kind of like disco stuff and all that. Something like, very cool patterns and so on. I can do that. Boop, boop, boop. Right. I can put it on the power of After Effects is you can always do little stuff and then pre-compose. Again, change it to metamorph, whatever. Okay, once you change it to metamorph, I can add it on new solid, Control Y or Command Y, right? A solid, see that? And this time I just leave it as this color first. Okay, I'm gonna add it here. I can throw it on top here. See what happens. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna stop here so you can have a look. Hallelujah. Okay, cool stuff that can add up your interest, right? So these are things that you want to have like fun. We are only touching the basics. We haven't gone to other stuff yet. Okay, same so far, simple dumple. So because After Effects is so powerful, actually there's so much of things. Any compositing softwares are very powerful, but there is too many things inside there that you cannot cover within the 14 weeks. There's no way you can cover within 14 weeks. Okay, so I'm just going to cover certain things, only the key things, and then you have to explore. Please explore. Do not limit yourself and depend on only few things that I'm giving. Alright, I'm just giving you key areas to look at. After that, you go and explore. Okay, so if let's say you want to have multiple things to happen within this area, I can even have, like for instance, I want to change this, I can have like a glass effects on this. On the metamorph. See what happens. Oh, sorry, CC glass. See that? And now it becomes like a tile. And I can change this. I can change this to something else as well. I can add the shading. And have a specular, super powerful specular, and so on and so forth. See that? How much of reflection I want. Okay, this one will be a little bit up to you. You want to do glass. Okay, another thing, cool stuff that you can do is, as this moving, okay, I'm going to do all this basic a bit faster, so you guys can catch up for this week, and then eventually next week you can start doing a little bit more things. Right? Play with these exercises first. Right? Now, if I want to have this dude to constantly change color. Okay? So how do I do that? This is the power of expression. Can I do that? Okay, with this I cannot change much. Right? The color is it's not that. You have to go back to color under this color correction, you have to add your hues and so on and so forth. Okay, but if let's say you don't want the solid, you want to work with shape alone, I'm going to double click on this, I get a shape of this, and I'm going to double click to get a shape. I'm going to drag the shape at the bottom. Right, I'm going to hide this dude. Name it as a beat. Okay. So I'm going to change this color to orange, maybe any color, it doesn't matter. Okay, maybe yellow. See, mata sakit. Change. Okay, something like that. Okay, so now under this content, I go to fill. There is color here, right? I'm going to click this, and I'm going to say wiggle. Alternate by holding alternate. You click on any of the what they call the stopwatch, right? Alternate, and you click on the stopwatch. It will pop up an expression window. It's like a little bit of coding, right? This is a common expression. Wiggle, loop in, loop out. Normally loop out. That's more than enough. The other expression, if I'm going to write and tell you, you are going to cry. But no, not yet. Don't confuse yourself. Don't stress yourself too much. These are the common, mostly used wiggle and loop out. Your life will be very, very, happy and satisfying. So you got two numbers, two decimals, right? I mean two different codes, right? So it's normally X and Y. If it's X, Y, and Z means then it's a 3D object really. Okay? So wiggle means how much of color, how many frames. For wiggle is 2, right? For wiggle is how many frames you want to change color. Okay, something like that. You do the math, right? So let's say every two seconds, every 2 beats, I want to change it to 15 in the hex. What they call it in your color wheel, you want to change it to, yeah, what hex you want to change to. Okay, so let's say I want to put like 15. Oh, to 15, comma 15. So it is wiggle, bracket, open bracket, to every beat, alright, how many you want to change these two numbers. So you play with these values. Doesn't matter what value. You go and find the best value for you. Okay? Again? So choose one. So every 2 frames you want to change it to 15. What value, what saturation you want to change, up to you. Okay? That's wiggle. So now I click this, see what happens. Okay. Huh? You make a DJ thing. Retro is, okay. The faster you want to go, go like crazy. Let's put 50. I'm gonna die with your eyes. Go blinded. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's still slow. Okay, maybe I want to do 20, 20. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you want to get this the other way? Do another duplicate. Now do a duplicate. What happens? Okay, I did a duplicate. I go to rotation. Change this rotation 90. Okay. Let's get this done like crazy fast. You can see. Yeah. You can scale it over and do something like that and see what happens. Okay. So you want to have like anime fighting scenes and all that. You can do that. Okay. It's something cool that you can work with. Right? Fun, right? So if you treat it fun, you make this software as your. Okay? Make it. Okay? Don't let it control you. You control it. You tell After Effects, just listen to me. I'm your boss. You're not my boss. Okay? Of course, there is always you have to break it until you break that limitation and see to what extent it goes. Okay? So did I show you all how to do repeater? Not yet, right? Okay. I'm going to do a special another thing called repeater. Repeat. This is another powerful tool. So I'm going to change this name to, what is this? Feng Tao. Composition 3 is Feng Tao. Feng Tao. Okay. This is what. Composition 2 is Slidey. Slider. Okay. So whichever. Okay, now I'm going to do this repeater. This one is super cool as well. You can either use a ball, you can use whatever it is. You know, like how they have, like, you know, the pops, the bursts, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. You can do that as well with this wonderful repeater. So I'm going to hold Control Shift, or I'm just going to click here. I'm going to click anywhere. Choose this, create, Control Shift, or shift, control, whatever. Okay, alternate control, shift, FG, W. Okay, this shift. Right. I'm gonna have this here. All right. So once I have this, I'm gonna drag it in the middle, maybe. Okay. I press Y. I click elsewhere and then press Y to make sure that I have this anchor point to be adjusted. Remember, the anchor point is the point where it's going to read and it's going to evolve from. That will be the start. It's like your umbilical cord or your start or whatever, your center of gravity or whatever it is you want to call it. Right? That is where it's going to punctuate its scales and so on and so forth. Okay, so be sure that you adjust your anchor point, because the positioning might go wrong when you're doing without a proper anchor. Okay, it's pretty important. So let's say I want to have this. Okay, I'm just going to go control or hold control and shift, and it's going to snap to the middle. See that? Command and shift for Mac, it will straight away snap to the center. Alright, super fast, super easy, substitute plus ice. Alright, cool. So once you have done this, okay, you can scale it. Scale it small or leave it as it is. Oh, actually, yeah. Hang on. Okay, let's try with this first. Okay, so I'm going to just hit add the repeater, and see that the same concept is with Maya. Understand? Maya has this distributor. Its distributor is called repeater here. This is 2D, that is 3D. Okay, but you have to make your own assumptions and own thingy. So when you have multiple repeaters, practically it's repeating multiple objects or shapes in one go, right? So this one you can have like you see this repeater, every time you see under the content, you will see this repeater, you have multiple copies, you can go up to 200, 500 copies, doesn't matter, right? You don't see it now. Why? Is because it is solid color. When it's even though if it's 30 copies, it's just going to stack up side by side, right? The copies is going to go by each 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 1 pixel. Okay, if you want to change this, then you have to go here to offset, sorry, not offset, you have to go to your transform repeater, and then you have to either position it to 0 or bring it elsewhere. See that? To offset. There is a good tutorial online, okay, on YouTube itself. Repeat. I'll just post this so you can just follow exactly the tutorial. Okay. So what I'm going to do is before I do anything, I'm just going to go here and then change the size here to make it slightly smaller, so life will be easier. Okay. Please go back home and do an exercise and upload. Don't do and keep it to yourself where I cannot see anything. Upload the video, not just the link. Embed it so that I can just play. I don't want to go there and click on the link and then go to your video, then watch that in YouTube and then come back again to your blog. Oh God, I will die. Please try to embed on your blog by itself straight away. So in one go. If not, it's like me coming to trailers, but I have to go to Shah Alam and then come here. It's like, what the hell? I'm living in Puchong, one direction. It's like, okay. So anyways, I'm going to do this, right? So I want to have this. It depends what you really want to do. Repeater has multiple ways of dealing with repeater. Okay. So normally what I'll do is I'll zero the position, okay, and then I will do a rotation. See that? Okay, and I come here. I will. Oops. What I'll do is hang on. Is this 0? Yeah. Hang on, too many things in hand, it's stick. Okay. I'm gonna scale this first. No, not this. Oh, my bad. Okay. My bad. So I'm gonna click this dude, and I'm gonna click on that rectangle. Oh, before even I click it, I'll just do a group. Okay, doing a group is quite powerful, right? So whenever you see this global transformation, it's for the entire thing, right? Like I told before, right? Each and every layer you create, straight away you'll see transform, right? But it's like an inception. It's within inside a particular image and so on and so forth, and it will work really well. It's like how would I say? If you want to control something independently without disturbing its child or its parent, all right, then you have to create its own attributes to control. You get the idea every time you play with it. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Sorry? GCDs? Tell them cannot come and see you. Strictly for BIMD. Yeah. No, no. I mean, education is always there. Okay, anyways, I have this. I've already have. Where's my? What happened to my? Oh, sorry. So for you to drag this over, you just have to hold with your left mouse button. Just hold, highlight something, and just drag it over, like how you do it in Maya and so on and so forth. Like as well as your Premiere. It's almost the same. Adobe is quite straightforward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose these two and I'm going to have it in my group. Okay? Every time I put into a group, I compile it, I'll have another transform underneath it. Okay? So you have multiple transforms. So one will be the parent of everything, right? And you have like you're creating microorganisms around it. It's like a bacteria surrounding it. It has its own behavior, but you have one behavior to control everyone. I know it's a little bit confusing, but just bear with me. Okay, now if I go to rotation, where are you? Okay, or the position. See that? I can do wonders. Is it too much for you guys? A little bit, right? Shall we stop here? Okay lah, fine. Go back and do whatever you all want to do. But anyways, please make sure that you test it first. Okay. If you don't test, it's your loss. Okay. I can only give you to a certain degree, but if you want me to hold your hand and then feed you, this is a banana, this is whatever it is, then it's difficult. Please go ahead and work with your exercises and come out with cool stuff. It's okay if it's wrong. exercises are meant to be to make mistake. That's why you meant to make mistakes, right? Do as much mistakes as you can. Make it like, you know, you crack the After Effect until it becomes blue screen. Okay, can? So go and do all this, you know, all this crazy stuff that you can do. You can scale it, whatever you want to scale it. You know, play with your rotation, blah blah blah. See that? I can get like nice trails. Okay, and then I can position this in a different manner. Alright, I can even go to another one more position here. I can bring it over. I can rotate this in a different manner. Okay. So many things can be done. See that? Zoop, 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 zoop. Okay. So these are things, cool things that you can work with if you want to. See that? We haven't gone to the 3D part, huh? So if you want to do like something like that, this is something cool. See? Okay, so yeah. End of the day, sometimes if you watch movies, it will be the most silliest thing that you will see on. I'm just going to stop this.